So we made it 365 days of daily content. It's not something I envisioned when I started down this path. I actually started as a 10-day challenge, really a 10 vlogs and 10-day challenge, and this was as part of a course through London Real and Brian Rose, who definitely challenged me and everybody else to do so. But for me, I hate losing anything, and if I can do something, I'd rather win and win with clear distinction. So that 10 days has turned into 365 days, and we're looking at maybe 370 plus videos or something like that, whatever the case may be. Here's the thing. Thank you, first of all, for being here. If you're new to this channel, we've got a lot more to do, and this is just the beginning. So stick with me, and the next 365 days will be even more interesting than the first. But I wanted to share something here that it's as I mentioned before, with Brian Rose and London Real, but there was also another individual part of that process for me, and who's been really there pushing me at times when I really did not want to create any more content. And her name is Martini. She pushed, prodded, argued, all that kind of stuff with me to make sure that I continue this daily content, and really kind of shared with me that there are key things that are going to happen as a result of sticking to the grind. Maybe it's not apparent right away, but it'll definitely be a long term. She always says that success happens after 365 days. We're gonna see, right? And I mean, I've already experienced many things that she mentioned, but let's see what this carries forward. And then there's two other individuals, two recent, that have actually spurred even more momentum going forward. One of them is Brian Rose, someone I consider a mentor of mine. Watching what he does and how he does it spurs some more action. But recently, as I've been speaking to him and amongst a group of other people, I mentioned I wanted to take a little bit of a break, or I was looking forward to taking a break after 365 days. And he kind of put a stop to that and said, well, why do you need to take a break? Like, let's just go another 365 days. And I don't know if you guys have ever experienced this, but when you've got a mentor of yours or someone you respect, when you highly respect somebody, and they tell you something that is opposite of what you want to do, kind of makes you think, right? So he said it. I'm like, all right, let me kind of sit and see what I can do here. And then I actually had a training call with Evan Carmichael. This is just a group call in one of his training things. And I kind of said, I asked a question and I said, hey, look, I've done 365 days of content. Maybe the energy's getting a little bit low and I'm looking to take a break. And he kind of brushed it aside and said, well, I've been doing content for every day for 13 years. Yeah, that kind of that kind of hit different, right? When you hear someone of that caliber saying something like that. And a lot of times what happens is the process is really what bogs down. Content is one thing. There are certain things I enjoy more than others, especially the investing side, which is where I live in every single day now, especially finding startup projects and investing in them and how to assess them. But then there's other content or other learnings out there in terms of, if you're a beginner, because that's where I started. So this channel really is a journey of me going from becoming a beginner to intermediate to more advanced investing now. And, the process sometimes wears on the content creator more than the content itself, right? You need to edit. Should I level up? I mean, I still got to sort out my lighting and the audio and all that kind of stuff. But that's no excuse for me not to continue. You guys see these three, canvas posters, whatever they may be. One is ambition, and it doesn't necessarily have to be monetary, but it's really just there for me to continue to push and find tiers or levels that either I don't consider or I consider them extremely far away. And so that's what I'm trying to do. And look, at the end of the day, whether you want to do a massive amount of charity, you want to help out friends and family, or just do good in the world, unfortunately, it takes money. So there's nothing wrong with having that ambition. The second one up there is take the risk. And unfortunately, if you don't take that risk, that money usually does not show up at your doorstep. So they go hand in hand, right? And then last but not least, at the bottom, if you guys can see that very well, over there is success, and it says price of entry, and it goes through hustle, execution, discipline, ambition, sacrifice, patience, failure, and focus. Meaning that there is a price to be paid for that success. I find that 365 days, I've had some of those prices paid, but not paid in full. It's going to continue for me. And so these 3 pillars is what I'm looking to achieve. And if that takes another 365 days, another 3, 4, 5 years, whatever it is, I need to stick to it. And so there's going to be a video either later tonight or tomorrow on, you know, some things, my tips that I've learned going through the process as a content creator daily for the last 365 days, but also there'll be tips on what I've learned from an investment standpoint. Like I said, I started as a beginner, moving to more intermediate, and now more in the advanced space. So look, I just want to show my appreciation. This was the best way to do it, was to kind of clear out my head, to say thank you for all of you for watching. And if you're new, like I said, we've got some big things to do, and it's only just getting started. So here's to another 365 days. Let's see what happens.